Hi everyone! So I promised you guys an update video on Kingdom, so here it is. I think some people are wondering when Series 4 of Kingdom is going to come out, so I will try and answer that in this video. It's kind of dependent on a few things. It's mostly dependent on how soon I can get Diamond's backstory filmed. Because at the moment I'm working on Diamond's backstory, but her story is spread across different seasons. And I don't think it'll spoil it for me to say this, but I've literally got polar opposites. There's some parts in snow and some parts in like drought. So yeah, those are really different, and I like to put in a lot of attention to detail in my videos, so I do actually want to film in the right seasons. The good news is we've actually had quite a good winter weather-wise, so I have actually filmed all the wintry scenes I need to for Diamond's backstory. But now I've just got to wait for the ground to dry out enough to almost look like drought, or as close as I can get it to that, because Series 1 is set in drought times. That's why they had a food shortage. I didn't really go into that in the series, but that was the reasoning behind it. And parts of Diamond's backstory are based around Series 1 time, so I need that to look sort of similar. I don't think it spoils it for me to say that, because you guys already know what happens around that time anyway. So yeah, I'm just waiting for drier ground and more spring-like greenery so that it looks how I imagined it. And I want to post Diamond's backstory before Series 4 because parts of Series 4 kind of tie into it. Not enough to really impact the story, like you don't have to watch Diamond's backstory for it to make sense or anything, but it just gives you background. And also it just feels like the right time to show you her backstory after all the bandit stuff and Bailey and the stuff that's going to happen. So yeah, that's that. So Series 4 is kind of dependent on when I get Diamond's backstory filmed, which is dependent on the weather basically. Series 4 is actually going really well actually, because I have been working on it while I finish up Diamond's backstory. But I want to give you guys a rough date of when I'm planning to post Series 4, which is in the summer. I'm thinking early summer though, so like June time, but if the weather is really nice to me and I can finish off Diamond's backstory, then it will be sooner. But realistically, I'm not sure if that's going to happen, so I want to try and give you guys a realistic date for Series 4. And I know summer sounds like a really long time away, but I think it will fly by, and I also have plenty of plans of things I can do in the meantime. And I think it will be nice for me to take a break from Kingdom, because although I love it, I have done 3 series of Kingdom almost back to back, and that does take up a lot of your energy. So I'd like to take this opportunity to try new things and different things I haven't done in a while. In the Q&A thing I posted, I asked for some video suggestions, and you guys have given me some really good inspiration, so thank you for that. And I've come up with a lot of my own ideas on top of that. Also, I have actually been working on this new project, which is a new series. It's actually something I've been planning to do for a while, and I think I have mentioned it before, but I am actually going to make it this time. Some of you might know about this, but some of you might not. Basically, if you look back on my videos, ages ago I did a set of short films called Ochre Stables, and I always planned on doing a series after it, but I just never did. So now that I'm having a break from Kingdom, I thought that now was the perfect time to revisit it. I have actually been subtly hinting that I'm making this series, with some of the background pictures I've used in some of my videos, but no one's probably really noticed, but yeah, this is what I have been planning to do. It will be having the same characters in it as the original set of short films, but also some new characters. But you don't have to watch the old set of short films to watch the new series if you don't want to. It should still all make sense without watching it. But if you want to go and watch it, feel free. It will probably give you some background on the characters if you want that. It's actually been kind of exciting for me to try something different because Kingdom usually takes up almost all my time, so usually I don't have much time for any other things. But because I want to take a bit of a break, I can try out all these new and different things, which I'm quite excited to do. Like, for example, I want to get better at talking on camera because I don't think I'm that good at it. I'm better than I used to be, but I want to get better, so it helps if I practice, so that's why I've been trying to get myself in front of the camera a bit more. Somehow, like, voice acting feels different to me on camera because it's not like me being me, it's me being one of the characters, but I just feel like I'm not that good when I have to just speak for myself, which is why I want to get better at making these videos. I have actually been looking back at some of my old videos recently. I thought they'd be like really embarrassing, but they're not actually as bad as what I thought they'd be. I remember back then I used to hate listening to my own voice back, but I've gotten a bit more used to it now. But I have quite a lot of videos that I made and just never posted because I was just too embarrassed or not confident enough in myself to actually post them. And a lot of them aren't actually that bad. I should have probably just posted them. I mean, they're not amazing, but they weren't that bad. I feel like I did lose my confidence a bit with making videos. But now I want to try new and different things and gain that back a bit, really. And I feel like I should try and show the daft, jokey side of me a bit more. I don't know, maybe just making Kingdom has just made me really serious lately. But it was a serious storyline, so I had to be serious. But this Ochre Stables thing is a bit more light-hearted and daft, so it won't be anything like Kingdom, really. It won't be so serious. It will just be a bit of fun, really. I do love making videos, I'm just not that confident at it. Like, for example, I made a barn tour once, and that video is on my channel. It was ages ago, but I remember I was really nervous filming that, but I enjoyed it so much at the same time. But I just want to kind of learn to shake off the nerves a bit more, because I just want to enjoy making the videos and not being afraid to be myself on camera. You might be able to see some of my personality in like the Kingdom videos, like, because I do write all the scripts and voice the characters, but I am acting the characters. I'm not like just being me, so it's slightly different. I'm a pretty shy person in real life, so I'm not used to being all outgoing or anything, but I would still like to get better at making videos. But yeah, anyway, leaving all that stuff aside, I am actually genuinely really excited to try out some of the ideas that I've got in my head, and also the suggestions that you guys have left. But yeah, in some ways I feel like I have been too afraid to put myself on camera, but I want to break out of that now and actually push myself to make more of these videos. But yeah, anyway, enough of that for now. Back to Kingdom. Don't worry, I will definitely go back to Kingdom. It is my favourite series, and it will probably always be my favourite series I've written by a mile, so don't worry, I will definitely be going back to it. Now is just the perfect time for me to take a break from it, because we've got past the first 3 series, and I thought it was important for me to sort of finish Charles's part in the story, And by that I mean the huge cliffhanger on the first ever episode. But yeah, now we're mostly past the really important bits of backstory, and you know the characters pretty well by now, and a lot of their backstories a bit more. I kind of feel like Series 3 had a bit of a slower pace, but I think that's because it had a lot of backstory in it all at once. But it kind of had to, because otherwise I don't think it would have made sense in the same way. And we have kind of rounded off the series for now, so I feel like it's a good point to take a break from Kingdom. I still have plenty more ideas of things I'm going to do in Kingdom. For example, Aquadus. We've only really scratched the surface of his story, so yeah, there's lots more exciting things to come. And yeah, I will talk more about Kingdom in the Q&A, because there's lots of really great questions that you guys have asked. The Q&A is still open, but I am closing it soon, so now is your last chance to leave me some questions or video suggestions if you want to. Some things you could watch if you haven't already. I did a video of Shadow like doing a speech. It's kind of like a music video monologue thing, and it's actually one of my favourite videos I've ever made, I think. It's set like at the end of series 2, like after all the events of that, and he's basically reflecting on everything that happened. But it's kind of a nice video. I do. It's sad, but I like it. And then there's also Blizzard's backstory, which is kind of sweet. If you don't know, I did make that a while ago, a few months ago, and that's called In Hearts and in Minds if you haven't seen that. So yeah, I think the last thing for me to talk about is I've got an Instagram account. I haven't been that active on it so far because I'm still working out how it all works, because I've never had Instagram before. But I was thinking I could do some Kingdom updates on there, or behind the scenes stuff, or even some photography things. But either way, yeah, I'd like to do more stuff with that. And if you want to see that, feel free to take a look. I'll put a link to it in the description. But yeah, for now I'm working on getting Diamond's backstory out and then Series 4. But in the meantime, before that, I'll be working on this new series. And probably some other videos too. I'm planning to post something relating to this new series next week, hopefully. And then I will also have a trailer out soon, and hopefully then the episodes will start coming. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I hope you guys are too. I don't think there's much else for me to say for now. At least I can't think of anything. So I will leave it there. I hope you all have a lovely day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.